What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to keep on climbing towards the expert rank in the Go Battle League, but today I'm going to try to do it with an Alolan Ninetales team. This Pokemon is one of the most unique picks in the entire Open Great League meta, being the only Ice and Fairy type in the entire franchise, but it's also a Pokemon that has a fair share of weaknesses, especially to Steel, Fire, and Rock, so that's why we have two Water types in the back. Shadow, Quagsire, and Jellicent do cover this Pokemon pretty well, so I'm excited to see what this team can do. Real quick though, before we do get into the battles, I want to ask if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It does help it quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what Alolan Ninetales can do. We will see what Ninetales can do. Ninetales into Guzzlord. Beautiful. As good of a lead as it gets. Let's see if they have a hard answer to us or not. Oh, yikes, dude, no! What's up with this? Why do you have this against me? We don't even get the catch off. It's fine. Honestly, just getting Feraligatr out of the way is good. I was not expecting Feraligatr. I was expecting Guzzlord, not quite Feraligatr. Hopefully no crunch. Okay, good. It is Hydro Cannon, which gives me a little bit more wiggle room here, because I do survive two Hydro Cannons pretty easily. So I should be able to force two more Hydro Cannons out of them, I hope. Or at the very least, you know, we'll see what's going to happen here. I was not expecting the Feraligatr, if you guys can't understand. Oh, okay. I was hoping for the catch on the Hydro Cannon, like the catch and sneak would have been huge. There's a chance they Shadow Claw me down now before I get my next move off. Come on, survive two Shadow Claws, or get DRE. I am fine with that too. DRE is also beautiful and consistent, mind you. One of the most consistent parts of this game. Not bailed out at all. I planned that. They have a Hydro Cannon, though, coming out of this, so keep that in mind. I could shield this, but I think the odds of them having, like, a hard answer for Ninetales is pretty likely. I'm gonna let this go and just invest in what my Quagsire can do here. We'll Gleam this to knock him out. They might be expecting Chilling Water Weather Ball, so they might think they survive this move, but that's why Dazzling Gleam, I think, isn't a terrible play. Better play into the Water types here. Gleam gets the KO. No catches to be had by them. In the back is an Empoleon on Metal Sound, so I guess we just use our Quagsire and try to sweep. Dream. Okay, so Brutal Swing's gonna do less damage than a Hydro Cannon, right? But I am a little bit worried if they have Dragon Claw. If they build up to that, then maybe I should at least shield one of these. Well, I have to shield one, right? They throw in pretty bad timing, though. That's weird. I'm gonna shield this because it could be a Dragon Claw, and I don't want to take that move. Okay, Brutal Swing, we survive that pretty easily. And they throw in Alignment here, which is actually also pretty nice, because Metal Sound doesn't do a lot of fast move pressure to us, so potentially what I can do is I can overfarm just a little bit here. I think I do have to Stone Edge, but at the very least, I can knock this out before they do too much more to me. I have enough energy here to hopefully put in some work against this Pokemon, and as well as the Empoleon in the back. But it will be a little bit dicey, just because, you know, Empoleon, very strong Pokemon when it comes to resisting all of my charge attacks, actually, that I have left in the game. So that's a little bit scary. But we go for Aqua Tail, we go for another Aqua Tail, and then we'll try to go for a Weather Ball. And we'll hope for the best. They might just get to a Hydro Cannon or two, though, and that would be bad. Let's see what happens. Big Aqua Tail. We do see the no shield, because, I mean, they don't have shields left. Is Empoleon just gonna get another move off here? And honestly, I don't know if a Weather Ball would even knock him out, saying it is double resisted by them. But I have to go for it. Oh, man. Okay, that's so tragic. If it weren't for the Feraligatr, this game would have been so easy, man. But the Feraligatr's safe swap, incredibly safe into this team. Which hopefully we don't see too many more of those. I don't think Feraligatr is honestly that good in this meta, but they got me pretty good there, so GG's. Next opponent, Palasha. Okay, very good battler. Let's see what she's running. Don't love this, not gonna lie. But maybe I can have some play here, just because Magnezone is not the bulkiest Pokemon in the game. Okay, good. I was hoping for, like, no hard Quagsire answer in the back, and we see a Sableye, which, well, this is definitely an answer, kind of, to Quagsire. It's not, like... It's not the hard answer, to the point where I don't have play. Like, if I get an Aqua Tail called on me, that's not great, so I'm gonna go straight for the Stone Edge. I don't love what I'm seeing so far this game, but I still have some play, I think. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge to guarantee a shield or a knockout there. Okay. Looks like I can't quite Mudshot down just yet, so I do have to throw the second attack here. And this is where things get a little bit more precarious than I'd like. Because I don't know if I can shield a second time here. But, like, I kind of have to at the same exact time, so I guess I'll go for this shield and I'll hope for the best, but Magnezone might just sweep me from here, which I don't love the sounds of that. Okay, I have an Aqua Tail loaded, but this is just a huge core breaker for me as well. Um, okay. At least I think I force her to throw a move before I'm gonna be able to let her get to 2 wild charges, so that's kind of cool. Like, she'll get a wild charge right now, but she'll only have a mud shot, or a mirror shot, rather, coming out of this. So I should be able to either force a mirror shot out of Paula here, or potentially go for, like, a farm down. Okay. So we get the knockout against this Magnezone, and I need a Stone Edge, and I need a lot of Dazzling Gleams here. And if I get those off, then I can maybe win this game. Okay, we'll save that energy there, come in A9, because at this point, just kind of saving some energy in the back could potentially be annoying. We'll see. I think they need 2 charge attacks, unless maybe if there's Hydro Pump coming through, that could be bad. Play Rough is going to be thrown. Doesn't quite get the, 2-shot on us, but it will after the bubble damage. So, gonna be a close game. I'll go for the Gleam here. That's where Gleam does come in a little bit of handy. But they're not quite in range where I can knock out the Azu with just a single Stone Edge. But I do get the Weather Ball off. This Weather Ball might just be the little bit of damage I need here to put them into Stone Edge range. Weather Ball, yeah, I think so. And Azu can never have back-to-back attacks here. And even if it could, I have the Stone Edge ready to go. I think I'm fine now. I mean, maybe an Ice Beam Undercharge comes through, but I think my Switch Clock's back up. Yeah, so we just come in here, do 1 Stone Edge, guarantee as much damage as we can. This should knock out. So despite a very bad lead, like, honestly, a nightmare scenario, Quagsire, big boy Quagsire putting in all the work in the back line. That was kind of a scary one, but GG's. Next battle, we will see Ninetales into... We cannot, like, catch too much of a break here, but it's fine, it's fine. What we'll try to do is we'll switch out and hope for the best. And okay, so at the very least, this is not a hard answer to Quagsire. We do outpace thanks to the energy lead, although if they go for, like, a close combat, that would be annoying. But if I call a Rage Fist, that's also pretty good for us. So it's like a 50-50 on what they want to throw, and on what I think is going to be a good idea. Do they close combat us? I'm going to no-shield. I'm going to hope that they don't. They just have to close combat just for, like, sheer dominance, I guess. Alright, that's fine. We didn't want to keep our Quagsire around. Oh, I can't even catch here. If my Switch Clock was up, I would have loved to be able to catch a close combat. But we'll shield this, because, I mean, at this point, it's not like Ninetales can't have some play into Talonflame. It's not amazing, obviously, but at least I can do a lot of, like, neutral damage over time. They're at 2. What is this team? We're in a lot of trouble right now. 7. Oh my goodness. So they're just 1 away from back-to-back. Pangoro is a nightmare scenario in the back line. Why? Why is this a team? I mean, I have to go for good timing, because... I mean, I just do. It's in my nature. But also, we just lose the game. I have to use a shield here. I can't even survive 2 Night Slashes. And I have to go over 100 energy. Everything about this is just a loss. Everything about this is so bad. I don't know what I could have done other than just shielding the nuke, I guess, but honestly, going down shields with a Pangoro in the back would not have been good either way, I don't think. So I don't think I can say that I played this game too terribly. Yeah, I mean, I probably could have done something else. I don't know. They have another move now, but they do let their Pangoro go, because I think they've realized at this point, Shadow Talonflame just needs 2 attacks. 1 Fly for my Jellicent and 1 Flame Charge for my Ninetales. I mean, that's just a bad team for us for sure. We got our next opponent, and hopefully we're going to have some play here, right? Okay, that's not bad. They might not expect that I could be on Dazzling Gleam as well, but maybe they do expect it, and they shield. It's kind of like a 50-50. But I know at least that Powder Snow and Weather Ball add up over time anyway. I'm going to just build up here a little bit, and I'll go for a Dazzling Gleam, because, I mean, if they haven't thrown just yet, maybe they don't expect it. I'm at back-to-back Weather Balls, so they might be thinking I'm going to throw back-to-back here. Okay, that is good. That is why we run Dazzling Gleam. That was a much more fun and interesting game than the last one that I just played. That was good. More of those, please. Alright, well, gonna be kind of hard to top that one. But maybe we can. Ninetales, okay, that's actually a pretty good lead too. I wonder if this is gonna be like an RPS team, because normally Mightyena has pretty RPS backlines, if I'm being completely honest. So, we'll see. They are staying in, which means either they're weak to my Ninetales, or maybe they just want to get a Poison Fang before switching out, because Poison Fang will draw a shield from me. Oh, they let that go? I think I'm very fine with that. They also wait, like, 2 turns there, so I get a full extra Powder Snow sneak. And I am fine with that, because I want this thing gone so my Jellicent does not get destroyed. They're going to give us a farm down here. Okay, well, what's in the backline then? I wouldn't mind saving my Ninetales if I can. I would imagine my Jelly's got to be pretty safe in the backline. Okay, well, not exactly a Pokemon I was expecting to see here. 6, okay. But I do have a lot of energy left over on my Ninetales, so he should be in a very playable spot. It's a good thing that I safe swap my Jellicent and not my other guy. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, they're at 11 right now. I'm going to shield this up. It could be a bad play, but I'm going to do it, because now I can go for the Shadow Ball here, and as long as I don't do a bad play, where I, like, let a catch happen, I should be fine. Oh, what? They throw instantly. I thought they were going to overfarm there. That's weird. That's fine by me, though. Oh, they sludge? Okay. Well, they were not expecting that my switch clock wasn't even up yet. I couldn't even catch if I wanted to. That's amazing, though. We'll go for the Weather Ball here. It knocks him out, and I mean, at this point, I guess in this matchup, I wish I had Chilling Water. But I think that's fine that I don't. I don't know if I get a Gleam plus a Weather Ball, so I'm just going to go for Weather Ball here and see. But Quagsire in the back should be able to close this out, even after taking a Moonblast, right? Plus, I still have my Jellicent that might get a Surf off. I don't know for sure. I don't think I get another Gleam, so we'll just go for the Weather Ball here. Guarantee a little bit of chip damage, putting this closer to range where my Quagsire can just Aqua Tail him. Yeah, I mean, that should be Aqua Tail plus Mudshot range. Unless someone, like, gave Carbink Trailblaze in the most recent moveset update and I didn't see it, I think we're fine. Show me the Trailblaze trainer. The Solar Beam? The Moonblast. Pitiful. No debuff, so we can just throw this move. If they did debuff us, maybe they'd survive this a little bit better. But, I mean, I still have a decent amount of HP on my Jellicent, so I think either way, it'd be fine. They actually do survive that still pretty well. It takes a couple more mud shots. I'm going to throw this move just because I don't want to, like, even risk losing to a Carbink team. I'll just guarantee that this goes down. But yeah, once we were able to save our Ninetales there, that was huge, because our backline would have got swept by that Venusaur. So pretty good thing that we were able to save that. When you see a Mightyena lead staying in, you know that there's got to be something in the backline that Ninetales has play into. So that was a good call. And a 3-2 to start out. You know, we had a couple of games that weren't super playable, although we tried. But honestly, a lot of good games here too. Hoping the next set will push us a little bit closer to Expert. All right, next opponent. Oh, this person's so close to Expert, actually. They're like 3 points off. And they're potentially going to be closer after this game, because they have a double 8 in the lead, and I do not have a good lead into that. Okay, but they're staying in here. They let me get an Aqua Tail through them. And if I'm being honest, as someone who's used double 8 in the past, I know how awkward it can be into Ninetales when it's been chipped down. So I think I'm kind of fine with this. They're at 5, so they're going to go just straight for a Sacred Sword here. But they're already below half HP. This is like Weather Ball plus Powder Snow range. But letting my own Quagsire get chipped down this much too could be kind of bad. Dude, I literally waited. I literally waited. And the game just did not update. I love the Go Bad League. With that said, a Lapras comes in. Which I guess is another Pokemon I don't really want to see with my Ninetales. I wish I could swap here, but I can't. Oh, but they just let me get a Stone Edge through? That's insane. Was that a CMP? If they CMP'd for some reason, that is so bad on their part, but we'll see, I guess. CMP? Alright, well, that's perfect, because now I can bring in my Jellicent here. They do have 3 Shadow Claws on that Doublade, so they're 1 away from a Sacred Sword, but as I said, they're in range now, where it doesn't really matter what they can do with that Pokemon, and they've been ABA weak to Jellicent so far this game, so landing a Shadow Ball here too would be very nice. Doublade has more play to Jelly than Lapras does, saying Shadow Claw is super effective, but I wall the energy from that thing here. So that's why I'm saying they're ABA weak to it. Are they going to just bank? Okay, I thought they might swap out with the energy here, but no, they throw it at Sparkling Aria. which will put us to about half HP after the Psywave damage. They're at back-to-back just about, so they can throw a second one, but I should get a Hex down after the fact. I would not be surprised with, like, a Dark type in the back, something that could actually take down Jellicent. So, we'll see if that's the case or not. Get a full farm down. If we see Doublade come in, I'm going to just chuck a move against it. No, it's a Licky Licky. And I guess I went for a Surf. Is that a good play? It's probably not terrible. But my Ninetales definitely is lacking play this game. But I think it might still have what it takes to close it out. Or, I mean, I'm going to shield this up just because I think at this point, need to keep some HP on this Pokemon. It's likely a Body Slam bait, but I can't take a Shadow Ball just yet. They have a Sacred Sword, whatever. I mean, I'm fine taking a Sacred Sword here. The whole scary part about this is, I don't know, the Gyro Ball potential one-shot. Non-stab Sacred Sword is not that good of a move. And I can just build up a lot of energy here. I have back-to-back Weather Ball, and as we were talking about at the start of the battle, I'm pretty sure that a Weather Ball from this range should be enough to knock out, because they let themselves get so low. And now, I mean, Powder Snows plus Weather Balls should just be enough. 3. So they're at 4 right now. And my Jellicent here also can go for a Surf, potentially. Alright. I guess they no-shield that. And now, we'll go for the Weather Ball. This should get the shield, right? Yeah. And we can force them to go for a Shadow Ball into our Jelly. They're going for a Body Slam very quickly here, which isn't a bad play necessarily, because they do need to get me out of the way. Oh, they might have been trying to call a catch. They went for a Shadow Ball. Not that it really matters, because, I mean, I think either way, either my Ninetales or my Jellicent closes out the game. Licky Licky had way too much work to do there in the back line. But luckily, Jellicent here gets the Surf. I still have a shield left over, so pretty easy win, despite a pretty uncomfortable lead matchup. Alright, next opponent. We will see Ninetales into the bank. Okay. Well, I wouldn't be surprised with a Gourgeist in the back with this, so I'm going to swap in my Jellicent as my safe swap here, hoping for no hard answer is what I was slowly going to say. This is... I mean, my Quagsire wouldn't want to see this either, if I'm being completely real. And Meowscarada, not the bulkiest Pokemon in the game, so... I mean, I will likely force some energy from them. But they can probably Night Slash us into Frenzy Plant against my other guy. And unless there's, like... Maybe it's... I don't know, a Charizard in the back that my Quagsire can sweep. If that's the case, you know, good for us. If not... which is more likely, then we're probably not going to have any play this game. Welcome back to Open Great League, by the way. But I should be able to Powder Snow this down pretty easily here. They don't switch out. I do get the full farm down before Night Slash, which is pretty nice. Okay, they're waiting, so maybe Carbink doesn't come back in. But if it does, I switch. What are they doing? The switch clock has been up for like 10 minutes. Okay. Well, they are staying in for a minute. Interesting. That's not a hard counter to us, but, like, it's not unplayable into us either. I don't know. I don't know. I need to shield this, obviously. That Carbink might just have too much on it, though, to let me win this game. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge, just trying to sneak a knockout through a shield if I can. Well, through 2 shields, that is. We get shielded up. That's probably game over, unfortunately. Like, I should have just gone straight Aqua Tail here, but if they no-shield an Aqua Tail, honestly, I think they survive it. So that's never good for us. And I think at this point, they likely just save shields for the Carbink, because they can Rock Slide us here, and that's all they really need. Yeah. I mean, if I, like, double-baited Aqua Tails, then Stone Edge, then maybe... Oh, they actually shield that Y! Okay, dude. I mean, I can see why you'd shield it. You're gonna win the game either way, but I was hoping that they will let me land that. Either way, though, very bad team comp. No matter what was gonna happen there, I was just gonna get RPS'd. Well, this next game surely will go better. Ninetales into Annihilate. Okay. Not unplayable, but it is a little bit scary now that Annihilate likely is running close combat. It'll make this combat a little bit closer than I might like. 6. Well, if they're going to close combat and dip, that's not a terrible play, but I will let this go because it's a non-shadow. I should survive this, but I'm hoping for a Rage Fist. Yeah, it's a close combat. Ow. Okay. I'll go, though, for a Weather Ball before switching out, because you know who's honestly not the hardest answer in the game to Licky Licky? That would be Quagsire. So getting some nice chip damage and banking a Weather Ball is not a bad play, I don't think. 3, 4... And if I do get rid of this Licky Licky, it might open up my Jellicent more in the backline, but there could also just be a second hard answer to Jelly, which wouldn't be great. And we are not going to think about that until it happens. 2, 3, 4. They throw an alignment here, which is kind of annoying just because I did overfarm. But I wasn't really expecting that. They do Shadow Ball. I can go here for a Stone Edge, which I don't know if it quite knocks out from here, but it should put them into a farm down range before they're able to get another Body Slam through. And maybe they shield this too. No. Oh, actually it does knock out. Okay, that's fine. 3, 4. So they actually do have a Rage Fist right now, right? That's the annoying part about Annihilate, is its pacing is so good nowadays. But they don't throw. So right now they're at 5. 6. I think I'm fine getting either both shields down here or sniping down the Annihilate. Honestly, getting another shield would be amazing, I think. Because I saved my Quagsire. Okay, baby, let's go. I was so worried about this backline. I had no idea it would be back there. That is so much better than I could have asked for. All I need is a Shadow Ball here, plus bank a move. Well, I don't know why I threw an alignment, but anyway, we're alignment gaming. But all I need to do is Shadow Ball this, and then I can probably either Hex down or Mudshot down. And then we're fine. Then we're fine. Then we're chillin'. Okay. About time we caught a break this game. Alright. I think here, can we swap into our Quagsire? We can, so I'm just going to go for a couple of Mud Shots here, just to hopefully get the move off against this Annihilate. There's no way 2 Karate Chops knock us out from here. Or, it's not a Karate Chop, it's Low Sweep. But there's no way they can farm us down. If it was on counter, first of all, it'd be a lot slower, but also, I wouldn't have played it out this way. But since it is on the lower damaging fast move, pretty consistent play there. Let's go. Alright, we got our next battle. We will see Ninetales into Malamar. You know, last time we saw this Pokemon, we went straight for the Gleam, and it worked out quite well. But does our opponent fall for that this time, or do they just, like, instantly chip and dip us too? I could see that being a play. You know, I'm going to go for the move after 7, just because there's a chance here that they actually respect the Dazzling Gleam. And I get a shield. That'd be pretty funny, too. Oh, okay. I should have just gone for it. Imagine if I just doubled down. I was too scared. Too scared. It's fine. If we get rid of the Malamar either way, our Jellicent is happier. Did they even stay in here after this? They don't, but honestly, I'm fine throwing this move against this Drapion. I saw what came in, and I still chose to Weather Ball just because I don't necessarily love Quagsire into Shadow Drapion. At least not as much as you might expect. 5, 6... Wow, they overfarmed. That's kind of crazy to me. I could have sniped them down with an Aqua Tail. But I will shield this up, because a Crunch would do a lot of damage to us. So they're at 1, 2, 3. If they want to shield this, they can be my guest. But then they only get an Aqua Tail off on CMP, potentially. Or they'd have to go all the way up to a Crunch and double shield. They let that go, okay. I would love to see Malamar come back in. Nice. And honestly, I did a bit of a risky play there. That could have been a CMP, but I am very fine with this, because my Quagsire is outside of range where I'd get one-shot by anything. I guess it is a non-Shadow Malamar too, so that's a little bit less threatening. Foul Play's not going to one-shot us. We've seen 2 Dark types already this game, so the odds of at least something in the backline my Jellicent has more play into should be, you know, higher. We'll see. Nice catch. What was that on? Empoleon. Yes, that is a much better matchup, I would say, for my Jellicent. But I think I want to bank back up to an Aqua Tail here if possible. Aqua Tail chip is actually not bad either, though, because that's going to guarantee at this point that 1 Shadow Ball is enough to knock this out, which will get his shield from them. And then my Hexes and my Mud Shots, my Aqua Tails are also just kind of adding up against this too. They're at 8. So they can go here for a Drill Peck, but they're not going to get 3 Drill Pecks before I get my Shadow Ball off. Okay. No shield this once again. Drill Peck's a good move, but Metal Sound not being able to do much damage here makes it so it's really hard for the Empoleon to have much play. We'll go for another Hex into a Shadow Ball. And honestly, at this point, if they go for the shield here, I think I let my Jellicent go. And if they no shield, I just get another move, then I combo play with my Quagsire. They do shield. Alright. What I don't want to have happen this game is I don't want to be in a spot where they can potentially catch on me and win the game that way. So I'm going to instead let this go, come back in Quagsire, and then just Aqua Tail this to knock it out. And now I'm only 2 away from my next move. There's no way I get Psywave down before I reach it. We should be able to win this one. Aqua Tail gets the knockout against Empoleon. Malamar's close to 1 move, but it needs 2 from this point. And we just have the Aqua Tail ready to go. Nice. Okay, nice game by them, honestly. Good catch on my move, my Aqua Tail. But because I was able to just be so spammy with Quagsire, it didn't really matter. And we were able to pick up the win. Potto Man! Dude, what? Okay, we're fighting all the Europeans. Why are they awake at this time of day? Okay, Gourgeist in the lead. Very neutral matchup between an Ice and a Grass-type Pokemon. About as neutral as it really gets between these two typings. But honestly, it is a little bit awkward for the Gourgeist just because of my pacing advantage. And because they're doing non-stab damage into us with the Incinerates. But it is still pretty good, I'd say, for the Gourgeist. I'm going to shield this up. I mean, if he's staying in here, Ninetales has got to have some play in the back, but maybe this is what he wants. He wants a shield advantage into us. Seeking. Okay, thank goodness. I was like, mono water? Is that another for Alligator? But no, it's a Seeking. He is seeking the win against us, but we're not going to let him have it. I can survive 2 drill runs here, and if he does want to double shield, then he can, I guess. But I don't know if that's the best play he could go for, because then my Quagsire is hopefully going to put in some work. Shadow Ball does get the shield, so it looks like he is probably planning on playing this matchup out in the 2s. Yeah, he's not even going to throw the move. He knows at this point Drill Run would not be enough, so super smart play. He can just build up to back-to-back attacks now and make life a little bit more uncomfortable for me. But I'll no-shield this now. I can bring back in my Ninetales too. Ooh, he waited. Smart play. I'm going to shield this. I don't think that was a CMP. Okay. Overfarm just a little bit here, because honestly, I do want this Pokemon out of the way. So I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam, get the knockout here, and now Gourgeist is still around as a potential catch opportunity, but I likely get a move off into whatever's in the backline. It's a Licky Licky. Okay. Just go for the Dazzling, or the Weather Ball, rather. Can't quite reach a Dazzling Gleam, but any chip damage that I get here is going to be monumental to trying to win this game. Okay. Is that a CMP? Wait. Well, that's massive if that's the case. I think that was, right? Either a catch or a CMP, and either way, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, okay. This is good. He's at 5 right now, so probably a Body Slam. I just need to make sure, when that Gourgeist comes in, instantly go for the Aqua Tail before they get 2 Incinerates in, because they're 2 Incinerates away from his Seed Bomb right now. Like, I could snipe down this Licky Licky here if I wanted. If I get Solar Beamed and one-shot, then Potto Man definitely deserves this win. If this is not a Solar Beam, this game should be ours. Let's go. Yeah. GG's, Potto. He's just flexing on me a little bit here. He's like, what if I just catch an Aqua Tail while I'm going down? But I mean, I'm fine either way. He does make a really nice catch. But yeah, we got the win. GG's. He's obviously one of the best players in the world there, and I had a pretty good team comp with my Ninetales just being so safe into that team. But also, Seeking's a really cool pick, too. I was almost considering running it in Show 6 myself, just because it's a very flexible Pokemon. Oh no! 2 points off! You gotta be joking me. That's so tragic. So close to Expert there at the end of the day, but not quite enough. With that said, the team did work out pretty well. There are a couple of weaknesses with this lineup, but I think overall this team is pretty fun. Give it a go if you want to try it out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.